I'm Simon Ditchburn and welcome to the Cube Condominium, where our slightly extended show this time is going to take you through the final construction of the 8th floor, the rooftop apartments, the gym, the second and final roof, and basically the completion of the total structure. Well, here we are, the roof at last. Everything's all in position. It's a flat viewing platform really, and at the end of the day, what a beautiful view to be looking at. You're going to get literally a rooftop view, so night time you're going to have all of the city lights on behind us, and of course you've got Koh Lan and the sea just there in the background, so it's going to make a fantastic viewing platform when we've got all the garden here, tables and chairs, and some seating areas. Lovely. Now, to make obviously all of that, we do have to have a flat roof, and if you know anything about me, flat roofs are not my favourite things whatsoever. So the first thing we're going to do is not actually make it flat. We're going to make it like a camber, like a cambered road where it's raised in the centre and the rainwater can flow off to the edges into a guttering which will run right the way around the outside to take that rainwater as quick as possible. So let's give you some of the details here. It's a roof, but basically it's the same as the slabs of every floor below. You still have to have the reinforcing steel, and you still have to have all of the post tension, which is all in place and it's ready to go. But it's the end of the line obviously for the columns. The columns now, well actually, just like we did the footings, we branched the steel work into the footings at the bottom. The steel work that we do for the roof is now the opposite direction. You spread the steel out so it can support most of the roof as best as possible. Spread the steel out as much as you can. So we cut off the tops of the columns, we spread the steel work into the roof itself, and then that will disappear within the concrete. And it's better to have it inside the concrete, because then you won't have the danger of the rainwater going down into the steel itself and making rust in the future. The other item that we have to do, of course, with the roof now is the plumbing. Now you can see the pipes that are actually coming up through the roof. Now they're basically the breather pipes, because believe it or not, you have to allow air to go into the system together with the water. Basically it's to stop your airlocks, so that's a really important feature. At the moment they're basically what we call the slip pipes that come through the roof, and later on they will actually have a proper roof and capping that goes on, a proper air vent capping. So we're getting incredibly close now to pouring the concrete. That's then the topping off of the building. It's the last of our structural items. No more do we have to pour the concrete for the structure. This is the end of it. And very soon we're going to be having a party. But it's not the only item that we're building at the moment. We're also started now on the outside rendering of the building. We're doing some paint testing for the final colours, and we're also starting to render and paint all of those garden areas. So let's go downstairs and have a look. Here's one of the other areas that we're working on at the moment. It's the large cutout garden area. We visited it before in earlier videos, and with the scaffold set up here, which is doing the rendering and the painting, you now get to see the size of it, that it really is 3 floors high, and there will be a full tree in the center of that with a garden, a nice seating area. But basically we're currently working on the rendering, and we're doing some color testing here behind me. We'll put 2 or 3 different colors on it, to be honest with you, until we get it exactly right. Sometimes you see the graphics of the buildings and they look great as a graphic, but when you actually put the color on the building, the way the sun is shining on the building, it can make quite a big difference. So we'll run a test of 2 or 3 colors before we decide what is that last one. So I'll finish off now by basically flying the drone around the outside of the building, and then that will show you the outside rendering, which brings you fully up to date of where we are today with the construction. So I'll leave you now with the video. We'll see you next time, which will be the pouring of the concrete and our fireworks.